by squirrels and lawyers. The unpaved purse he held could only be described in 2 words. Not hers. She had great difficulty lifting the purse, but this was not a problem as the author had forgotten about gravity altogether. Kedvig, long since dead from an accidental suicide by 23 stabs with an AK-47, was the object of fascination of Larry Moffentoff, a famous manufacturer of hand-carved polystyrene sarcophagi. Darren, who did not appear in this story, continued. And it pretty much went on and on. Awesome.
Did you do something more useful in high school study hall?
You actually roasted anyone inside, didn't you?
Spit roasted, maybe. Did, what, too soon? So I have this gentleman to thank for both introducing me to the furry fandom and not introducing me to the furry fandom. He showed me a ream of pictures several years ago from CF7, I think, and was passing me these fursuits that looked like, oh look, it's a burlap sack with ears and a tail, Murray Purry, and it was like showing me these things. And honestly, at that point, I gotta confess, there's a big difference between seeing a photograph of a burlap sack with ears and a tail versus like actually being in the room while one is molesting you in 3D. So I just didn't get it. I was like, okay, that's really interesting, crazy person. So at that point, Nick immediately chucked me over the fence into the non-fur friend category. So we spent the next several years just like awkwardly saying like, oh hey, can I have a ride to the airport? It's like, oh yeah, sure, no problem. It's like, where are you going? Memphis? Oh, no reason. Okay. And hey, so why is it that I'm cleaning out my trunk to like stuff it full of these like foot-long, porcupine quills or hedgehog quills? And he's like, oh, no reason, nothing, don't worry about it, act natural. So that continued for several years until I first got stuffed into a mouse, and...
Talk about that, Trey!
And then I was back over into the furry side of the fence for forevermore. But, Nicodemus is one of my favorite people on the entire planet, as you no doubt know. His wonderful wife, Kit Ping, otherwise known as Nicodemus's wife, is one of my other favorite people on the planet. She's, at this point, has been an unbelievably good sport about spending a good long time having people, introduce her like, oh, this is Croc, this is Trey, this is Lumber, this is Max, this is Nicodemus, this is Nicodemus' wife. You can call her wife. Just her. It's fine. Everyone knows. It's unambiguous. So I'm going to let her speak next and hope she has mercy. But let's give it thanks to North and to Tu for all the whatever it is that they've done.
Thank you. That was very funny. How about that forehead, ladies and gentlemen? Nice forehead. Who needs tit fucking when you got that? What? I have this sign that says Kit. Nico's wife. Are you next?
Hooked on Phonics worked for you.
So yes, Hooked on Phonics worked for me. Kite. So yes, Nicodemus's wife is up next. Who's we had to put her last because there was no way that any of us could fuck with her when it comes to this. So we're just going to back off at this point and let Forehead and Suit over here. By the way, nice suit. That's probably cost more than your abortion. We're gonna just back off and let you know what. You're on your own.
Oh God, she's got papers. Oh Lord. I think that's the restraining order.
You'll have to pardon me if I depart slightly from the tone these fine I do know how a roast is traditionally supposed to go. I also know that at some point tonight I am going to have to fall asleep within arm's reach of the target.
So, hey, I'm gonna let you finish. I just gotta say, Templeton was the best rat of all time.
Next.
Stab it hard enough.
When word got around that North was planning to dedicate the center to Nicodemus, I was pleased and I was proud. I've known for quite a while what a wonderful person he is. I obviously with impeccable taste in spouses. And it is always nice when hard work and natural talent are recognized. When I heard I was one of the speakers, I had what I think was the same reaction anyone in this room would have. I looked at the calendar and said, well, fuck, that's months away. And started to ignore, which took me up to about the day before yesterday. At which point I got down to work and thought, this is going to be no problem. You get a ton of ammunition when you against most partner for 14. Thanks a lot for that, by the way. I have been ignoring the decades perfectly until you came up with this, so congratulations on that one. What can I say about 14 years worth of hanging around a fursuiter? I was there from the beginning, after all. I remember sitting in Nick's dorm room and watching him work on Wade's very first fursuit. By the way, if you introduce the person you're thinking of dating to your giant rat costume, and a D&D games, and your obsessive Menace 238 collection, and your copy of Meet the Feebles, and she doesn't run away, you either have a mate for life or you are someone's abnormal side project. I'm not going to say which it was, but my master's thesis did have a dedication page. From a rat in headphones to a published author, from... Is there something you want to share first class? From a rat in headphones to a published author, from poking about at CF7 to guest of honor here at Rainfurrest, I've gone all over this country, met all sorts of interesting people, and had all sorts of lovely emergency room adventures, all because I know this man here. Although I note that Croc's famous fursuiting husband took him to Germany.
We're going to stare at him until he takes you to Germany.
That's motivation.
I did pretty much anything good.
See, I did it alone. You guys could have helped him. Fuck you.
So what sort of approach did I take when you have a big peek into Nicodemus's life? Goofy self-help lists are all the rage these days, and I briefly considered writing something along the lines of the Straight Girl's Guide to Bagging a Fursuiter, but then I remembered what fandom I was in. And figured, I'm here, and Furr is here, and that's all of us. And we're both married, so we're done. Demographics have...
I can recommend the book.
Demographics have changed over the last decade and a half in the fandom, but if I had thought to enact a beer tax for every time someone got introduced to me and looked at Nicodemus and went, wait, you're straight? Are you sure?